Hey everybody, welcome back. Once again, we're still working on opening up these figures from the animated series. This one's going to be from the Clone Wars. This is Ahsoka Tano. She was introduced, as a Padawan apprentice to Anakin Skywalker, and she's basically the protagonist of the film Star Wars: The Clone Wars and the TV series. She's also been in Star Wars Rebels, and she used the code name, I think, Fulcrum in there. And I think she's due to be on The Mandalorian coming up this season. So we can't wait to see that live action version of that. Anyway, so here's the figure. Let's take a look at it in the box. The box art looks pretty good. Now, we do know that there's going to be some more figures coming out, and they're going to be in those fancy new boxes, and I'm sure that the figure is going to be kind of upgraded too. So when we get those figures in, we're going to probably do a full comparison. Anyways, this is number 20. And as you can see, there's the description on the back of the box. So let's take this figure out of the package and see what it's like. Okay, now that we got the figure out of the box, let's take a look, of course, at the accessories. So we got two lightsabers, and here's the curved hilt on this one, right? I do like how they do get the paint in there, the multicolors. And this is like a really light blade, almost like a clear blade. And you have the other one that's got the same color blade, and then oh, did I leave a little tape on there? This is why I need my glasses so I can see that stuff, but sorry about that. So here's the blade, the hilt on the other one, and it looks pretty good, right? So let's take a closer look at the figure. Of course, I always like to show the head sculpt. I think the head sculpts are important. I think this one actually looks really fantastic. I really like the paint job on it. I think that they did a really good job here. I mean, when you look at that face and you see the paint and the look on it, I think it looks really good. You look down the arm here. Really good detail in there, right? On both arms. Got that, right? You got this like nice little hilt piece, which is nice. And that's right over a little piece of, it's not leather actually, it's just a fabric. So this is molded, and this is like a fabric underneath, which actually is gives a really good for texture wise. The texture is very different, so it's nice. You got the knee pads and the boots. Now I can already see where this is going. This is going to give you a good forward, right? But side to side is going to be a little bit off. It does move a little bit, but because of these little pieces, which are like a soft rubber, so it does allow some of the movement there. Well, we'll see when we get to displaying it how that hinders the articulation. Of course, these like pieces here always obstruct a little bit of the movement, but forward and backward is not that big of a problem. It's the side to side. So you got the nearly the full knee bend, right? So once again, no movement in the waist, just this upper body movement here. But you got full range of motion for the arms and elbows with some lower motion there, which is pretty good. The head does turn very little because of the obstruction, because of the way it's designed, and she doesn't really look up, but can look down a little bit. But of course, these things do obstruct the motion on that. So that we had to expect though, right? So, and she does have these like hooks which will hold the sabers, right? This one got a little bit bent, out of whack. I don't know how some of them just end up like getting bent in the packaging like that, but that's what happens. So let's put this figure together. Okay, so I did get the saber in the hand, and I will have to tell you this. I really do think this hand is very different. She is to just holding like sabers, right? So there's no sidearm or anything like that, but if you can see, they're almost full fists, which is kind of interesting, but the fingers do have a lot of movement. So I actually had to roll the fingers out like that just to get that other lightsaber in there, just because of the way the hand is so tight. Because normally I'll just slide it down from the top. Normally I would just slide them in from the top like this way, but with this one I actually had to roll the fingers out of the way. Okay, so we got Ahsoka Tano, and it looks pretty good. And I'm going to get rid of the box. And these are all of my, I did put Darth Maul in here because I actually believe that the Darth Maul that I have is more of the Phantom Menace, which is a movie figure. What I try to do here is I stuck mostly the figures that I have that are from the animated series. Okay, so let's just take a look. I got these, all these figures are from the animated series. There's Rex, Clone Commander Wolf. You got the Ben Kenobi. And some clone troopers on the end. So there you have it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and like my video, subscribe to my channel, and come back for more.